bop ba 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 da ba da ba blue do lip bop 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 ski ba ba da ba boop ski bop super bop dee ba ba da ba dee doop ski ba ba da bop dee ba ba da boop ski ba ba da ba dee bee blee bee dee beep ba ba dee ba da bop ski ba ba dee blee dee 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 ba ba dee ba da bop. Board games, board games, it's what I'm talking about. Board games, I'm not gonna shout. I am starting off this streaming with a little bit of singing, and now we are not all alone, although we are in our homes, because we can become together now using the electronics. We transmit our light and sound. Board games, board games, it's what we're going to play. Board games to enjoy our day. Hello, Nicole.
Hey,
Hope you're generally well.
yeah, I'm okay.
Excellent. And anyone watching, this is Tip Top Tabletop Tuesdays. We are live. It is 8 o'clock Tuesday. I've been doing this for a while, and today we are playing The Most Like a Pineapple, which is all about chat, silliness, and debate, wherein basically we're going to argue that we are the most likely to adopt 1,000 cats, or we are the most ridiculous, or we are the most extra. And if people from the audience have ideas for things, then we will go with those. We should get Molly joining us in a few minutes. Molly is always great at improv. And that is what we're up to. But yeah, first of all, maybe we can introduce ourselves, but let's also talk about something that we maybe, I don't know, you can say whatever is a highlight, but maybe something that you feel proud about. I'm going to say that I'm feeling proud of the drawings that I already sent to the chat. So this is what I did this morning.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Thank you very much.
Really great coloring.
This is the first one with the cat holding the drink. This is the second one with the cat. And in the third one, I decided to do some watercolor, which I've not done in Bleeding Ages. And I'm quite happy with how it turned out.
No, it's a really great result. Well done.
Thank you very much. I'm going to do a wee bit more of that over, the next few weeks. And so that is something that I'm proud of. And oh yeah, I'm best known for yogi. I used to say I love dancing and I love board games, but it's like, those things you can't really do anymore. Do you know what I mean? It's weird.
Yeah.
But anyway, good evening, Robert. It is lovely to see you. Good evening, Floby. It is lovely to see you too. And I hope that you are well. Feel free to let us know something that you're proud of. But McCall, what is something that you're proud of recently?
Just keeping in check with myself, I guess, like looking after my general mental health and well-being.
Yeah, that's definitely important. And I know I'm not going to say conversation, but the way when you said something about realizing that you'd rather have a bit of stress than FOMO. And, we are talking about, different things, but like kind of checking in with yourself, thinking, okay, how would I feel in this situation in a year's time? How would I feel in that situation in a year's time? Which one would aggravate me more? And kind of, being in check, especially in this day and age. It's important to be in check, not only with your own physical safety and well-being, but also very much your mental safety and well-being.
Yeah, it's true. And I'm still like, okay, being bored, because I've realized it's a massive privilege these days, just being bored, not having any worries or like stress or anything else.
100%.
It's not amazing, but like it's a good thing right now. So.
Nice. And Robert is proud of managing to find to bake bread. around the break times working at home. I mean, everyone's working at home, and I was talking to another friend. I'm not going to name names, but we were talking about how when everything's going back to normal, maybe some people are going to be like, okay, we work 2 days in the office and 3 days in the home. And maybe some other people are going to be, okay, let's work 4 days at home and 1 day in the office. And it is really nice in lots of ways, being able to work from home. I mean, I've always was my own boss. It's not like, since 2014, I want to say I don't think I've ever worked in an office ever, except for when I was working for Alley Cat Games. But then I felt like I had to go there because we had to playtest together. But I've never felt like, oh, I could do this job from home. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
But definitely, I understand, like me hearing you and Chris and other people talking about what it's like being in an office. And yeah, I get this impression that there's so many people who basically just skive off sometimes or sometimes get distracted with other people. I don't know.
Yeah.
Robert's.
Oh my God. Yeah, literally my words. Yeah. I mean, they'll just have to realize that certain people are more productive from home. That's a fact. Business ultimately, So.
And it's cheaper for them. Yeah, that was one of your friends was saying that it's going to be cheaper for them as well. And hello, see,
for you and the business, they don't have to pay your expenses if you're doing something that needs to be expensed. It's just you in your home.
Is that the New Zealand flag, or is that the sunrise? But hello, CD. It is lovely to see you. Good morning, and I guess it's 9 o'clock. I want to say, in New Zealand. Proud of my workmates who brought up a difficult conversation, and we worked through it together. Oh, well, that's good, and congratulations on, you having a workmate who has that emotional maturity to so you don't have to do all the labor there. Well done. That's lovely. I guess for those who are unfamiliar, obviously, anyone feel free to share something that's been a recent highlight for you. Feel free to share whatever you want. Otherwise, I'm going to explain how this game works. It is an improv game. We are going to say that we are the most whatever. And then everyone simultaneously votes on the most convincing arguments. This is where we have a wee bit of trust. Please, if you're in chat, when I start counting, decide in your own mind who you're going to vote for, and then just press enter when you hear me saying 0. If you vote with the majority, you get 1 point. And if you are picked, then you get 1 point. If you are in chat, then you can put forward your own arguments. If you want to jump into the show, then CD, Robert, even Flo, I trust you enough. Let me know and I'll send you a link. If you want to stay in the chat, that's totally cool. And you can give an argument or you can just vote along. It's up to you. But otherwise, it will be a case of who thinks that we are the most likely to adopt 1,000 cats. So let's start off. Oh my gosh, Runa! I have a wee song that Runa Eleanor, thank you for the raid. I want you to know it's appreciated. Maybe it's morning, maybe it's bedtime. Either way, it's a meeting of minds. Today we are going to play a game. Who's the most X is its gay name? And I will explain it very easily. And so you'll play it with McCall and me. Okay. And that is Runa, who's just been crafting some pretty hexagons, and Runa made a 3D cat out of plastic. It's nice. Really cool. Yeah. Runa's a really good crafts person. I can't remember where everyone is because it's like this day and age. It's like, someone could be down the road or they could be in Netherlands. And It's like, who is this person even? And is that Molly? I'm going to change the name, Molly, if that's okay. If it's not okay, Molly, then change it back and I'll let you in a minute. But so just to reaffirm, we are going to talk about who is the most likely to adopt 1,000 cats. We all have to have some sorts of argument, and we all have to explain why we are the most likely to adopt 1,000 cats. And then, at the end of it, you will have to vote. So, sorry, Molly, is it okay that I changed your name back to what you normally are?
Guys, I like you so much. You can call me John or Daniel or Weirdo, and I don't even care. I just like you.
Oh, that's lovely. And I mean, Stream Elements reminds us to sometimes.
I'm from a really intense.
I'm going to just stand up for a moment and do a quick back and forth before I do that. And Runa is indeed from the Netherlands. But yeah, do you feel ready? Let Molly actually quickly introduce yourself. What are you proud of? One thing.
Well, I'm Molly, and I think one of the things I'm proud of is I've been involved in anti-racist activism, and one of the things I did about 9 months to a year of organizing over 100 Jewish alumni to remove. A chaplain and head of our Hillel, and
is anyone else having trouble hearing Molly?
Yeah, they're cutting off a bit. She's cutting off a bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I moved and maybe internet will be better over here. We've been having a lot of trouble with our internet.
Okay.
So like everything catches up, like there's a delay, and then you're like. Anyway.
Yeah.
Let me grab some headphones and maybe it'll help.
You know what? We can talk about Molly before we finish up, but let's talk about who is the most likely to adopt 1,000 cats.
Have you made this question? Who came up with the question? Because that is so biased. I think.
What do you mean it's biased?
It's biased. Like you're all about cats. Like I think you're gonna win this one.
I don't know. Like if anyone else wants to put in any of the questions, McCall, Molly, you are more than welcome to just type in some questions. But let's go with CD, who says CD is the most likely to adopt 1,000 cats because CD apparently owns an island. And there's these crazy people who keep pulling up in boats and taking cats off the island. I'm trying to keep it at 1,000, but it's hard work. Okay. And Robert says that they will be voting based on the arguments and not prior knowledge of the contestants. Okay, I will start off on the video, and I will say that I've not considered my argument, but I'm just going to go with I am the most likely because, I mean, look, I'm all about getting the cats and then putting them into the ice cream cones and putting the cats into the hats and cats into the socks and cats into the sock drawers and then cats into the lamps. But you take out the bulbs, obviously. You just, it's another space for them. And I think that the other thing about it is that I'm someone who thinks these things through. If I were going to adopt 1,000 cats, I wouldn't just be like, okay, I've got enough space in my house. I would be thinking, okay, let's have a very cheap island off the Scottish coast and, maybe like a bits of farmland. I don't know, somewhere where I can get land for next to nothing. And I'll actually plan it out, how much space each cat needs, and maybe even make a cat's rescue agency.
Wow.
But yeah, Molly, can you hear us?
Cool.
And can you argument?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
but you're cutting out a lot.
Okay. My internet is having trouble, so I'm going to leave and come back and see if that helps.
I mean, you're all good now for me.
And there's maybe, I don't know. No.
Okay. If people can hear me okay, I'll share my reasoning why I am most likely to adopt 1,000 cats.
Yeah, I want to hear this.
Okay, cool. So, I think straight the proof of this is a story. When I was in 8th grade, I came upon a small, actually a pretty sizable inheritance that I would get until I was in my, till I would turn 30, and I got money with that at the time, and my
Yeah, we'll need, hopefully Molly will be able to come back and give us the full arguments in a wee bit.
Yeah.
But McCall, can you give us some sort of argument?
Yeah, so if I plan to move from this place, it will definitely be somewhere that has a garden or some sort of outdoor space, which will be pretty good for cats. And I think I definitely have financial stability enough to kind of maintain a certain number of cats. And I have experience with dogs because I used to have dogs with my parents. And I think cats are a lot more independent. So, like, you know, I could definitely look after cats in that sense. And I have lots of people that are really fond of them and have cats themselves. So when I come and visit, cats will have a lot of cuddles.
I like these arguments. I mean, Runa says that Runa is most likely to adopt 1,000 cats because Runa is sure that her birds will destroy any and all cats she can find. So Runa needs that many cats just to hope that one of them will maybe survive eventually. That feels really mean to the cat. So basically what you're saying is that the birds might kill 999 of them. That's, wow, that is grisly.
It's a bit evil.
Okay. Molly is back. Okay. Molly, we'll bring you back in the next round if that's okay, if your internet survives.
Cool. I'm on my phone now, so we shouldn't have any trouble now.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you should give Molly the round. Well, what she's got to say about this as well.
The only thing is Molly hasn't heard all the things, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's up to you, Molly. We're easy.
I'll share a reason. I don't need to vote though. How about that?
Okay.
Okay. That seems most fair. So I feel like, first of all, I absolutely love animals. I love cats. I want to save them all. I can't stand anything to die. I used to walk looking down so that I wouldn't accidentally step on ants when I was a little kid. And I want to save all the cats because I don't like even an ant to die. I save spiders. My mom saves spiders with her bare hands, so I even save spiders. I save things that could kill me. So I would definitely save cats who are cute and wouldn't kill me. And if people couldn't hear the part I mentioned earlier, I was once not allowed to have access to an inheritance for 15 years because they thought I would give it all away. So I'm kind of like I'm a bleeding heart, cat loving fanatic. There you go.
Okay. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people to vote for. We've got myself with the arguments that I love cats. I think things through. I would get the land for them. We've got McCall who says, McCall has the stable job and will be moving into a bigger place. Maybe there's space for 1,000 cats. I don't know. Oh, Robert's also joining in, saying, my husband wants a cat, and I keep saying no, as I don't want the responsibility. So I'm most likely to adopt 1,000 cats as a kind of odd way of making him so sick of being around cats that he will never want one again. Okay.
Well,
And
that's one way to you put yourself on the fast track to breaking up with your husband.
And Runa wants 1,000 cats, so that even after the bird kills 999 of them, one of them will survive.
Yeah.
And CD apparently owns an island, and so yeah. But and so yes, on the everyone, for this one, you need to draw the person's name or type it out in chat. Write it down. Who do you think is actually most likely to adopt 1,000 cats? Feel free to type in your answer. Don't press enter just yet. Or if you are on stream, write it down on a bit of paper. Have you got a wee bits of paper there, Molly?
I do.
Excellent.
But remember, I'm not voting this round because I didn't hear everybody.
Okay. Okay, I've got my bits of paper.
Yeah, me
and
too.
If everyone in chat, when you hear me say 0, then just type it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Everyone in chat press enter, and then us, 3, 2, 1, reveal. Robert, Molly, CD, Robert, CD, and Runa. So Robert's got 2 votes, and CD got 2 votes, which means that people who voted for CD are in the majority, people who voted for Robert are in the majority, and also those 2 people get a point. So it's myself and CD gets a point for voting for Robert. Flo and Runa get a point for voting for CD, and there we go. Those are the scores on the doors. Does that all make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, the next question. And again, if anyone has any questions that they want us to do, then feel free to type them in, or Molly or McCall lets us know. Otherwise, the next question is, who is most likely to transmogrify into a beetroot? Okay, I am going to say, I will start this one again, and then we can go clockwise, and then we can take turns doing it. Oh, transmogrify, basically just shape change, mutate, or suddenly turn into a beetroot. I should have just said turn into a beetroot. That would have, but transmogrify, it kind of sounds funny. It's from Calvin and Hobbes. So, beetroots are pretty red. Beetroots are kind of also pretty purple. Now, I am all about the red, and I quite like the purple, if you don't know. Purple is actually my favorite color. And I wear a lot of red. And I've started getting to the point where I'm just eating all the red things. Because it's like, yeah, you know what? All those tomatoes, yeah. Eating all the radishes, eating all the radish skins. I know inside it's white, but let's ignore that for the moment. But what I'm saying is that I might get so red and embody the red so much and just turn into, one day, suddenly, a beetroot. I think that that's the way it's going to happen. So yeah, Molly.
Okay. Yeah, Eleanor, I like that. You're already a gardener anyway. I love the chat, by the way. Y'all are amazing in there. So I will just say that I had borscht soup, three times. I don't know, it's a Yiddish beet soup, and like Jewish cultural food. And I will just say that as someone who has probably the most beets in my body right now, I am the closest transforming into a beetroot because I made a really good soup and it's entirely purple. Just so
Nice.
y'all
Oh
know.
my god, that must look
Secondly,
amazing.
I happen to love vegetables and it tastes amazing too. Second of all, I'll show you guys. Second of all, I also love vegetables so much. I promote them. I serve them to people all the time when I can host. And I just put out there that being a human is really hard, but being a vegetable is easier because vegetables seem to have fewer feelings, like assumptions. But you need a brain to have feelings, and I don't think they have brains. So I think that I am also most likely for emotional health reasons to become a beetroot to improve my anxiety levels. So just so y'all know, this is, can I see this? Here, let's see this. So this is the soup that is inside my body 3 days in a
Nice.
row, y'all.
Wow.
Okay, I rest my case. Thank you.
That does sound amazing. And I've had borscht in Eastern Europe, I want to say. Something that you can get a bit of around Russia and Latvia and that sort of place as well. It's pretty awesome. Robert says they're the most...
I think a Latvian colleague of mine made it for the office once. Yeah, there's like
Nice.
2 minutes sometimes as well. Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Nice.
Robert is most likely, as Robert would then be called Robert Root, so it's already partway there. Runa's most likely to change into beetroot, as Runa has grown many of them, and beetroots are Runa's absolute favourite to grow, so Runa's pretty sure that there will be a moment where beetroots will accept Runa as one of their own. It's kind of bringing Runa into the beetroot family. And CD is the only one in the southern hemisphere. The sun is hot. CD just needs to stay outside for a bit and then would melt into a small pile of beetroot cubes. That is amazing. So, McCall, can you beat that?
Mine was, so I don't know how many of you have the deadly allergies, but cats were certainly one of mine. And if I did end up winning the Owning 1,000 Cats challenge, I was certainly turn into a beetroot, purple and swollen from like being around things that make me allergic.
Okay, so do you think it's me just because I love red and I would embody red so much that I turn into a beetroot? Do you think it's Molly because Molly's just full of borscht? Do you think it's Robert because Robert's root? Do you think it's Runa because Runa's going to be embraced by the vegetables in her garden? Or do you think it's going to be CD melting in the sun, or will it be McCall with the cat allergies? Are you ready to vote? I will go for this person. Robeat's roots. Yeah, I can dig it. I'll give you 1 point for the pun. Art player Robert. There, you get 10 points for the pun. So, are you ready to vote, people?
Yeah.
Okay, in chat, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Press enter and put the names in now. And us 3, 2, 1, reveal. Molly, Runa. Who are you showing, Molly, there? Bez, Runa, McCall, Molly. Wow, it's a very split vote. Oh, there. It looks like Runa gets it with 3 votes. There we go.
Nice.
So that means that McCall gets a point, and Molly gets a point, and CD gets a point because you all voted for the popular option, and of course, Runa gets a point for doing it, for being the most popular. Robert says that they have a potential massive delay, seeing names coming in when my count is on 5. Okay, next time I'm going to start my count on, maybe I'll count on 10 because I'm counting quite quickly, and you can press enter when I'm on 5, Robert. You can adjust yourself to make it work. Right. Now, what is the next one? Who is the most likely to take the world hostage? Okay. So, Molly, why are you most likely to take the world hostage?
Well, this is quite ironic, and would love to fight slavery, a big issue globally. I would like to ironically take everyone hostage at once so that we can start from scratch and free everyone who's enslaved right now. So I'm likely to do it for purposes of activism. And while they're all hostage, I would like to be a beneficent dictator and teach them values like loving one another so much that you don't do crap to each other. So, yeah, we'd all get to know each other. We'd have great food, including borscht, by the way. We'd eat a lot of beets while being hostages. And then I would free everybody to create a better world.
I like this sense of being a benevolent dictator. That seems pretty good.
Yeah.
Runa says Runa is already proven to be evil. Lately, Runa has been getting so sick of people, it's time they start doing what I want them to do. Plans are already in the making. Will deny until execution. Ooh. Sounds sinister. Okay, McCall.
So I think if I was in enough of a powerful position in the world, I would try first. One of the things I would try and do would be to ban the consumption of meat as much as possible across the world for environmental purposes. And that would definitely keep the population kind of hostage because it's such a cultural massive switch. It's kind of a metaphorical keeping people hostage, but you know what I mean.
I mean, it's an interesting question, and some of these things I wrote and I don't really think about them. I just kind of type them out, and it's like, hey, what does this even mean? And then because I don't want to plan my answer. That wouldn't be fair to everyone else. But I noticed that everyone else has gone I am the most likely to take over the world because I want to take over the world, because I want to. But what I'm going to say is, who are you going to hold the world hostage? Because it feels like, let's say someone's like, hey, I'm going to shoot the sun. I'm thinking big scope. I'm thinking some aliens come in, and then some aliens are saying, hey, I'm going to shoot the sun. And I say, hey, wait. If you're about to shoot the sun, I will explode the earth because I can do this. Because I am, I've got friends that you don't know about. And, together we can band together. And I would be the leader. I would bring everyone together and say, hey, if you destroy the sun because you want an icy Earth planet, well, you aren't going to get an icy Earth planet from your museum. We're going to destroy the Earth. We're going to send off all the nuclear bombs. So you better not destroy our sun, alien race, until the aliens go away, and we'll kind of try and negotiate with them that way. That's what I'm thinking. Oh, CD's saying something similar. I didn't know this, but the Venetians have been in touch, and are looking for pets that can think for themselves. We think you are making a mess of your cage, so are going to make you clean it out. Robert says, I am most likely, as it's only so long before I snap and want to enforce people sticking to distance rules in supermarkets. Having them hostage means I can make sure everyone behaves for the greater good. Yeah, I can totally understand. Wait a minute, has Molly just joined on another device? I will see if this new device actually works. Molly, do you want me to keep... Is the new device working, Molly? I'm going to try this one and see what happens to Molly. Fingers crossed we can make it work. But we'll just keep going forwards, I think. So my version was that I'm going to protect the sun from some alien race. Runa's thing was Runa just wants to take over people. McCall, your thing was basically just trying to get everyone to be vegetarian?
Pretty much, yeah. Try to control the consumption of meat.
Robert is talking about trying to make sure everyone stays to a safe distance. And I'm assuming CD's points was kind of like a comment on my bit. I'm going to say that I think that this person, where's their name? I think that this person was the best, and so I'm writing them down. They gave my favorite answer. Type it in. If you're in chat, then press enter. Try to press enter when it hits 0, unless you're Robert. But let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And for us, 3, 2, 1, reveal. So we've got Runa, Bez, Robert, Molly.
Mine is Nicole, but for some reason my camera stopped.
Oh, we can hear you again.
Nicole.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay, so I think that makes 2 for Robert, 2 for McCall, and
there we go.
Yeah, that is all the people that got 2. So Robert gets a point for voting for McCall. Molly gets a point for voting for McCall, and McCall gets a point for being a popular vote. And then Runa and CD get a point for being on the popular vote, and Robert gets another point for being popular.
Nice.
It's all a popularity contest. Sure. If you want to make up a question, go for it. Everyone's welcome. And lots of love, CD. Have a great day at work. I guess it's Wednesday over there. Bye-bye, CD. Who is most likely to participate in a marble mania?
How is the future like?
What's Marble Mania?
I am not entirely sure. I am going to look it up.
Yeah.
I'm going to find a picture. Marble Mania game. I think this might be a Wii game. Oh wait.
It looks like some kind of like tabletop game.
The marble races. Oh, is this the marbles? The ones that people sometimes play on stream. So
Oh, okay.
wait a minute. So Marble Mania, there's lots of different games called Marble Mania apparently. And at least 4 that I can see on YouTube. But Marbles on Stream is the digital version. Huh. Okay, so basically, who do you think is most likely to participate in a competition where you're rolling marbles and you're just randomly getting marbles through a maze? So basically playing marbles for grown-ups. Nicole, are you happy to start this one off?
Yeah. I think I will pretty likely to get into that because out of all games that we've been playing with Baz over the years, I've always been more interested in the kind of mechanical ones, or like the ones that are some kind of physicality to them. And I remember being into marbles, like, you know, just the marbles that kids use, like on the beach when I went to the seaside with my parents, like making little things with the marbles to roll through, just on the sand. So yeah, I think yeah, I have potential.
I'll go next, and I'll say that marbles, I'm all about the rolling. I'm all about the navigating a course. That's what I'm all about. You know, I'm so into mazes that I drew a maze. This is a true story, by the way. I drew a maze for someone's birthday. They were called JPI, and then when you filled out the maze, like at the end, it actually spelt their name, because when you went around the maze. And, you know, I'm so into mazes, and I'm so into marbles, and I'm pretty into games. So I think, yeah, I think it's a shoo-in. I don't think I need to argue my case anymore. Molly?
Well, those are some tough stories to go up against, I'll be honest. Here's what I've got so far. Marbles are all about coming together for friendly competition. And they're also a little retro, to be honest. You know, with all the fun things we could be doing, we're playing with old school marbles. So let's be honest. I don't have Netflix. I don't have Hulu. I don't have Amazon Prime. I like to mail handwritten letters. I like to rent movies from Redbox. I miss Blockbuster. I am super retro, y'all. So I'm all about the retro, all about old school entertainment. I grew up playing Kick the Can and Capture the Flag with the neighbors, borrowing sugar from them. So I'm all about retro things, and I make games, which is all about bringing people together. So, and I'm also not competitive, which I feel like is good for marbles, because if people are really competitive, they could throw marbles at each other, which is dangerous. So I would throwing from the competition. There we go.
Okay, so Robert is most likely to take part as a competition I've never tried before, and always want to try new games. Robert didn't say they'd be good at it, but Robert would love to take part. Okay. So is it McCall who your argument was basically that you love games and you've gotten into more games recently?
Yeah,
Is
it was a thing that I used to do as a kid sometimes as well. Yeah, old school marble.
Yeah, that you used to play it. Was that actually on the streets in Italy?
No, on the beach, you know, on the sand, you can actually make pretty interesting parts. I think the beach is like the best place for marbles, to be honest, because it's so like, yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Nice.
You
That does sound like fun. Or do you think it's me because I just love games and I am all about the rolling, I'm all about the mazes? Is it about because Molly is just that bit old school? Or is it Robert who's just wanting to take part and try new games? Who do you think it is? I've got my name. I mean, not my name, but It's a name that I picked. You're not allowed to vote for yourself, by the way. I hope that went without saying. So if you're in chat, when we're on 0, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And us 3, 2, 1 reveal. Molly, McCall, Molly, McCall,
tied.
Bez. Ooh.
We need more people to vote.
Is that it? Oh, has Flo gone? I know that CD went away. Oh, I guess
Oh,
that might be it. So, basically, everyone oh, there's Flo. Flo voted for Robert. Yeah, Robert's still not popular enough. I'm sorry, Robert. I've never been popular, but Molly gets a point for voting for McCall, and Runa gets a point for voting for McCall. I get a point for voting for Molly, as does McCall.
Yeah.
And McCall and Molly get a point for being popular. And currently, in case you're wondering, McCall, Molly, CD, and Runa, and bear in mind, CD's not even been here for a wee bit. All of them have 4 points.
Cool.
In joint first. Then, just 1 point behind is Roberts currently with 3 points. And then 1 point behind is myself and Flo. I think he only got in 1 point so far. But
it's okay, Flo. We believe in you.
yeah, I hope you're still having fun. And, you know, the next question I want to ask, very much inspired by what Runa asked, I'm going to ask something a little bit related to this, which is, who is the most likely to be chased by a giant marble down the street? I'm going to say that I am very likely to be chased by a giant marble down the street because, you know, I've been in talks with people. I have been in talks with people about how I want strange and unusual things to happen to me. I was in talks with someone who suggested that maybe I could dress up like a banana and they could dress up and they have a gorilla costume and they would chase me into shops. Like, I go into the shop, then they come in, and this was before COVID, true story. We were going to do this, but because of logistics, it didn't quite happen, and then COVID. But I could see myself, like, you know, with a similar-minded person saying, like, maybe there's someone inside that giant marble running after me, kind of like a hamster ball, do you know what I mean? And being like, okay, I'm going to get you, Bez. And being part of this giant theme thing, I could imagine myself organizing that. So yeah, that is my argument.
Well, that was pretty good, Bez. But I'm gonna have to share why I'm actually most. So I have in mind chased not only by a giant rabbit, but also a giant pawn from a chess game, and a giant meeple, and a giant die from a Yahtzee game. So I have a history of being chased by giant gaming objects, and they're after me, man. The word has spread that I'm hard to kill, so they're just coming after me all the time. So I think, given my previous history of being chased by giant game pieces, it is highly likely that it will continue in the future.
Yeah, it's a strong argument, to be honest. But I think it wouldn't be a marble as such in my case, but I do live at the bottom of a hill, so if something like a piece of rock or something like, I don't know, breaks at the top and it starts rolling down, I am at the very bottom to catch it. That's plain and simple, but yeah, life to life, day to day speaking, that would be me.
Runa suggests that after having inspired people to play with and abuse marbles, maybe the marbles will be angry with Runa. So yeah, the marbles are going to send the biggest one they have after her. Runa is scared. Does anyone want to save her? Them? Robert has played real-life zombie chase games. It's only a few small steps to becoming more surreal and being chased by a giant marble or other strange things. That is a fair point. And just let me get up and do my wee stretch. So, who do you think is going to be the most likely to be chased by a giant marble? Will it be me? Because I like to do strange things. Will it be Molly? Because Molly has already been chased and is like chasing giant game pieces. What's that's all about? Will it be McCall? Because, you know, something might fall off on the top of the hill and just roll down. Will it be Runa because of the marble's revenge? Will it be Robert because of the zombie chase history? Who do you think? I honestly don't know. I think I know who my favourite answer is.
Yeah, same.
So I've got the thing in my hand. So everybody in chat, I'm going to count down 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we 3, 2, 1 reveal. Runa.
Whoa,
Probably Molly. Yeah, Runa's. Oh, wow. The chat didn't agree with us, but 2 people voted for Molly. That's a good shout. But 3 of us voted for Runa. There you go. And so, yeah.
Yeah, revenge is a powerful emotion. Just saying.
Yeah, you can animate objects that are not usually animated.
So that's so now.
Or Toy Story 1, 2, 3, or 4. I mean.
But thank you everyone for joining in. It was lots of fun to have you, and yeah, I guess that's a reasonable time to wrap up. And so that makes Runa, Molly, and McCall the joint winners with 5 points. And everyone else, I hope that you had a lot of fun. I'm giving everyone in chat 500 points for doing well, and Runa 1,000 points. But yeah. Thank you very much, and boom. Yeah. What was I going to say? So let me know, what did you think of this game?
Fist bump in the chat. Fist bump in the chat. What did you...
And
I like bullshitting.
I enjoyed just the energy that everyone was bringing. It's really nice having Molly, McCall, having Runa's stories and Robert's stories and CD's stories, and Flo having you kind of here with us and voting along. It's really nice having you part of this. So thank you, everyone. And yeah, that's what I kind of think. But McCall, do you have any thoughts?
No, I just like the creativeness of people come up with crazy stuff on this. Of people.
So yeah, at this point, what I like to say is, what are we looking forward to? Hopes and ambitions. What was it meant to be the second part? What are you looking forward to? You can tell us only if you want to. For our final section, that's it. You can tell us. It's over to you for this final section. But it's if you want to share, but only if you want to. Let us know what you are looking forward to. We are, of course, going to be raiding the Loozapalooza, but it's nighttime here. After this, I'm going to check them out for a few minutes, then wind down, go to bed, read some comics, say hi to my family before I come back up and go to bed pretty much. Are you up to anything tonight, McCall? Are you up to anything this afternoon, Molly?
I'm helping a friend. I'm helping a friend doing a university study for life in quarantine for people in London. So I'm going to go through her documents and see what she needs, and preparing for an interview I'm going to have with her some point this week.
Nice.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I love this stuff.
I would love to be part of that. I'm talking to someone who I think he writes for TV, and he's like gonna talk to me about turning one of our games into a TV show, because I was in touch with Disney about that a year ago, and I want to like get back in touch with Disney now that like Hollywood's kind of filming again. And I'm like nervous, but we met yesterday, and we're gonna chat about I guess just how to approach Disney again after a year of COVID, you know. So I'm excited about that this afternoon. And also, I usually am, but recently it was 0 degrees on Sundays, which is the only day a week I can go hiking, and that's negative 17.8 degrees Celsius.
Whoa.
As comparison. And I also was running a food drive 2 Sundays. So I'm looking forward to this Sunday finally being able to go hiking, and I'm so excited. I was going every weekend until it got so freaking cold. So that's my stuff.
Nice. It's nice that you have places, like nice places for hiking nearby as well. Can like get to them easily. That's cool.
Yeah, and it wasn't like that in Brooklyn. Yeah, I haven't been living a place like that for a little while. And now that I'm back home in St. Louis with my family for a few months, still, I want to just maximize it while I can.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
So we had Runa, who is looking forward to so much, finishing a banner, maybe 2 more paint sessions, maybe 3. Also looking forward to walk tomorrow with a friend, also finishing other projects, also looking forward to the food that will be delivered to Runa next Saturday. That sounds amazing. Nice. And Flo B has a 3-day weekend. That sounds good. Nice. And what am I looking forward? I already said stuff, but you know, I'm going to say I am looking forward to trying to get some work done with Chris tomorrow. The brag of the week, we're going to set up an Instagram for Categorical. It's not really a brag, it's just a news of the week. We're going to set up an Instagram for it because we're going to be focusing on each of the games a bit more rather than the entire LDEC. So we'll still have the LDEC Twitter, but for the Instagram, it's going to be going through pictures of graffiti, like photos of graffiti, some of the categorical games that have been up on Twitter where it says, hey, what other birds can you think of that starts with A or P? And then, yeah, of course you can think of parrot, but then you think a little bit longer and you think, oh, well, yeah, albatross and pheasants and all sorts of things. And then we'll have some days where you just get to see the letter shapes and the works in progress. And so we're going to do that, and then we'll have another one for couple, which will be all the nature photography, which will be really nice. And I'm looking forward to sharing that with everyone in the middle late March. So watch this space. Pelican, there's one I didn't even think of. There you go. Exactly, that is how you play the game. And so that is everything. It has been lovely to have you. If you want to share anything more, feel free to. If you want to check out the next streams, please note, I am not streaming Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Nice. Oh my gosh. How could I forget Penguin? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Molly. It's like Penguin soaring, of course. And so my next stream is going to be on Saturday, after which I will be back to streaming every day for about 3 months at 10 a.m. UK time, every Tuesday, 8 p.m. UK time. We're doing a thing like this. Next week, we will be back with some simple words games, nano muckle and micro muckle, and a week after, facts and a half. Other than that, share, spread the word. Let me check to read, and there is only one thing left to do, unless either of you have anything left to say. Okay, so where is okay, there's a couple of minutes until they go live. So Molly, do you have anything to share? I've never done this is really exciting, like pitching something to Disney. I've actually pitched a game to someone and I've not heard back from them, but I've heard that someone else got checked the rules. So someone else got asked about the rules, so they're probably still playing for everything. There's probably pitching it internally. I'm looking forward to that. Otherwise, yeah, there is very little to say. And so I am going to tell everyone, where's my chat? That's the end. And so as we read, feel free to copy paste some of that message. And for now, bye, 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 bye. This is a goodbye song. Bye, 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 bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye, 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 bye. This is the end of the show. Bye, 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 bye. And now it's time to go. Bye, 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 bye. This is a goodbye song. Bye, 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 bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye, 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 bye. This is the end of the show. Bye, 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 bye. And now it's time to go. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Liz, I'm happy to talk Disney another time, although I have to run right now.
It's lovely having you. Bye-bye, Molly.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. That's it. That's it. Bye, 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 bye. We are all at home, but bye, that does not mean we have to be alone.